BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.
All right, we are back. Little technical difficulties. Hopefully this video turns out better than the last one. We're just having little issues here with the program I'm using. All good though, no worries. Yeah, we got the Dricus du Plessis, Sean Strickland card this weekend. I'm pretty excited, man. This is not the greatest card, but the main event is good. Co-main's not bad. And yeah, let's get into it. So if you guys watched last week's picks, we went 100% on all of our picks. So I'm just going to quickly go through. And we've done this last few times lately where I've hit 100%. Maybe I think the last 6 or 7 cards, I think 3 of them I hit 100%, which is unheard of. Not many people out there are going to hit 100% on the card, entire card. And I'm picking a lot of underdogs. If you see the last card, let's see here. Yeah, so Adesanya taking on Imavov. The entire main card, I pretty much took all the dogs, right? Let's see here. So, Fares Zayam, I took him. He was an underdog. Vinicius Oliveira, underdog. Sergey Pavlovich, we took him. He was a favorite. Michael Venom Page, we took him. Underdog. Nasruddin Imavov, we took him. Underdog. So, when people are trying to say, oh, you're doing this, I can go 100% too. No, you can't. I'm taking underdogs. I'm not just taking favorites. I took that entire card, all underdogs, other than Pavlovich, and all those hit. So there's nobody else that's doing that. I haven't seen it, bro. It's unheard of. 100% on the entire card? Come on, bro. You're going to need a hot tub time machine or something. Are we going to go 100% on every single card? No, that's literally impossible. But the fact that I was able to hit 3 out of the last 6 cards, all 100% on 3 cards, that's crazy, bro. So, Dricus du Plessis taking on our boy Sean Strickland here. Man, I really want Sean Strickland to win. I'm a little biased because I do like Sean Strickland. But I really think this fight is going to come down to the judging and the way the judges like to score the fights, right? Because do I think Dricus du Plessis is going to be able to take Sean Strickland down? I do. Do I think he's going to be able to do some damage in those positions? I don't think so. And I think Sean's going to get back up. I don't think Dricus is going to be submitting Sean Strickland. I do have this fight going to the decision. So I have a feeling it's going to go decision, and I have a feeling the rounds are going to be tight, and it's really going to come down to the judges again, right? It's really, what are they favoring? Are they favoring the damage? Right? Are they favoring the striking, the more significant strike landed? Are they favoring the grappling? Yeah, maybe he gets the takedown. He doesn't do anything with the takedown, but maybe he just uses it to stay on top position, and maybe he's able to win the round that way. It really depends on what the judges are favoring, whether it's wrestling, damage, striking, whatever. It's supposed to be damage, but if both guys are landing, similar strikes, similar on the significant strikes, and then you got one guy landing the takedowns, then they might favor the guy with the takedowns. Yeah, so I have a feeling this fight's going to go tight. It's going to probably go to decision again. I don't see Sean Strickland finishing DDP. DDP's tough as nails. And Sean Strickland's not really a power punch kind of guy. He's a guy who does go to decision a lot. And Dricus du Plessis, if the fight's going to get finished, I have a feeling it's going to be DDP. But Sean Strickland, man, he's hard to finish. He's hard to knock out. He's got a great chin. Only guy I've seen really test that chin is Poatan. And, his ground game's good. He's working with Poatan. Poatan's going to be in his corner. I'm going to go with Sean Strickland on this just because of the odds. I have a feeling this fight is literally a pick-em. It could go either way. And if you're going to give me minus 210 odds for Dricus, I'm not going with it. I'm going with Sean just because of the odds. Now, if it was even odds, I might be okay. Maybe we go with Dricus. But this fight could literally go either way. This is a coin flip here. So I'm going to go with Sean Strickland just because of the odds. I have a feeling he could win a decision here. So up next, we got Tatiana Suarez taking on Weili Zhang. This fight is interesting, man. You got your high level grappler, right? Very strong wrestling background with Tatiana Suarez. Weili Zhang, she does have takedowns herself. She's been working with Henry Cejudo, but she's not a really strong grappler compared to Tatiana Suarez. Her background isn't in grappling like Suarez, but she is a very good striker. So if this fight stays on the feet, she's able to sprawl and brawl, I think Weili should win this no problem. The issue is I don't think she's going to be stopping Tatiana Suarez's wrestling. I think Tatiana Suarez is going to be able to get the fight to the ground. And if she is able to get the fight to the ground, Weili Zhang is in big trouble. So I'm going to go with the undefeated Tatiana Suarez. I think this is her time now. Hopefully she's able to take this fight to the ground. And I think if she takes this fight to the ground, Weili's in big trouble. Do I think she'll get the submission? Maybe not, but she maybe just grind out the decision every round, take her down, grind out the decision. Up next, we got Talashin Teixeira taking on Justin Tafa. Justin Tafa, the Tafa brothers are primarily strikers. So if you go in there with a game plan of taking them down, you can easily win those fights. This fight is going to be a tough one for him because he's fighting an absolute monster. Talashin Teixeira is a monster, and his fight on the Contender Series showed that. That one fight on Contender Series, he absolutely destroyed Arthur Lopez. And, this is a guy that the UFC really wanted to bring in. He's an absolute monster, 6'7". I'm going to go with Talashin Teixeira on this one. He's a great striker. Is he on the level of Justin Tafa? That's to be seen, right? He doesn't obviously have the experience, but he's a Brazilian, so I'm assuming he's got some jiu-jitsu in his back pocket as well, hopefully. We'll find out. So I'll go with Talashin Teixeira on that one. But if it's straight striking, don't count out the Tafa bros because those guys hit hard. Up next, Jimmy the Brute Crute taking on Rodolfo Bellato. Jimmy the Brute, he was a guy who had a lot of hype behind him. He was killing it until he fought Anthony the Lionheart Smith, and he injured his leg in that fight. Hurt his leg really bad. And then ever since then, he's not looked the same. Fought Jamal Hill, got knocked out bad, got destroyed by Alonzo Menefield, and now you're taking on Rodolfo Bellato. I haven't really seen too much of this guy because he's only had that one fight in the UFC, one fight on the Contender Series. So Jimmy Crute's got the significant experience here, but I think he just hasn't been looking good, and I'm going to go with a guy who's on the streak. So I'm going to go with Rodolfo Bellato on that one. Jake Matthews taking on Francisco Prado. This one I think is going to go decision. So I'll take the over on that one. Tom Nolan taking on Vaishev Borshev. The difference between these two is the experience in the UFC. So Tom Nolan's only got maybe 3 fights in the UFC, and Borshev's maybe got like 9. So he's got much more experience in the UFC. And Tom Nolan, only 24 years old. I'm going to go with the more experienced veteran here. I'm going to go with Borchev. And the last one I'm going to touch on here is the brother of Ilia Topuria, Alexander Topuria. I would like to see him maybe a little more higher up on the card, but maybe they're just trying to build him up. The guy's an absolute savage. If he's anything as good as his brother, the guy's an absolute beast. He has 1 loss on his record to Ivo Ivanov. But Ivanov, he's been undefeated, and he hasn't fought in a long time. He was just undefeated, and he stopped fighting. He was killing it. Don't know why he stopped, but his first fight, he fought Alexander Topuria and finished him. And other than that, Topuria's been absolutely flawless, and considering the fact that his brother's Topuria, I think he's gonna do really well here. They're literally gonna build this guy. Why wouldn't you build this kid up? Only 29 years old. I think if you're training with Ilia Topuria every day, you're probably gonna get real good. And if you're sparring with Ilia, I think when you fight Kobe Thickness, it's going to be easy work, and he's a huge favorite as well. So Alexander Topuria should absolutely crush Kobe and just work his way up that bantamweight ladder. Yeah, who knows? We'll really find out on Saturday what he's really made of at the top echelon, right? The UFC. See what he can do in the UFC. So not a bad card, but not the greatest card as well. So yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of decisions on this. Like Sean Strickland, Duplessis, I feel that one's going to go decision. Zhang and Tatiana Suarez, that one's probably go to decision. Taliesin and Tafa, that one's probably going to end in a finish. But yeah, I have a feeling, your main and co-main, there's probably going to be decisions. But yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully Sean Strickland can get this one done, because I like Sean Strickland. He's the man, so... If you guys need to place a bet, BetUS, promo code Iceman. Let's see if we can go 100% on this card as well, because we're the real deal. Out.